This afternoon we're flying from Ashgabat across Iran to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. First impressions as we approach the airport, it's flat and sandy. No surprises. We wait to clear customs and immigration in a very opulent VIP lounge. We're headed to the Liwa Oasis, the ancestral home of the rulers of Abu Dhabi and Dubai. It's a long drive, about 3 hours. Our destination is Qasr al Sarab, the Mirage Castle. The Liwa Oasis is an arc of villages on the northern edge of the Rub al Khali desert. Rub al Khali, the empty quarter, is the largest sand desert in the world, covering 250,000 square miles. Where we're headed is at the far eastern end of the Liwa Oasis. We stop halfway at a truck stop and watch the sun go down over the dunes. At least another hour to our destination. Time to think about empires. There's one empire that figures large here that we haven't talked about yet, the British Empire. In 1820, the 5 major emirates became British protectorates, referred to as the Trucial States. Britain gained a key ally protecting its trade route with India. In 1971, the British terminated the agreement, and the 7 Trucial States joined together to become the United Arab Emirates. We have arrived at our castle, and a golf cart waits to take us to our room. Our room is quite palatial. It is dark out, really dark, but you get a sense that this place is big. We wake to the sight of the sun lighting up the dunes. My sense last night was right. This place is big. After breakfast, we have a little time to explore the castle. A naturalist is taking us for a walk into the desert. This oasis is man-made to encourage the local wildlife. The Qasr al Sarab is located on a 9,000 square kilometer wildlife reserve. Surprisingly, there are fish in the pond. Their origin is unknown. There are gazelle here. This is saltbush, one of 20 species of plants that grow in the empty quarter, and the camels love it. Something about the desert landscape. It's vast, clean, and ever-changing. Time for some more exploring. The Qasr al Sarab is a very big place. But there are a lot of small spaces, like this library. And everywhere are interesting artifacts and fixtures that catch your attention. Time to go dune bashing. That's what they call driving around the dunes in 4-wheel drive SUVs here. Our driver will let the air out of the tires for added traction in the sand.
Oh my gosh.
Mohammed, could you explain to us what you're looking for? A certain kind of dune or height of dune when you're driving like this?
It's we dune shape.
Okay.
Dune shape. Because in this desert, mostly like you can say 99% wind direction from north to south. So all the dunes from north towards south. So we driving back of the dune. This is face of the dune in this side. See this one. Okay, and we are driving on the back of the dune. Why? Because back of the dune is hard. If you compare the face of the dune. Why? Because it's compact by wind. So it's easy to drive in this side, and the other side is very soft. You will see. I'll show you. Never.
Oh, look at the beautiful patterns on this. Some pictures.
Yes, she's going to stop right now.
You know what's so funny? I'd much rather be here.
That was cool. Now, we stop at the top to take in the sights and patterns of the desert. Mohammed has one more treat for us. He takes us to a grove of trees, and there's a small group of sand gazelle, an endangered species. Then back to the hotel to get ready for a special evening. It's a falconry demonstration. This is a peregrine falcon, and this one's a gerfalcon. The peregrine seems anxious to go. The gerfalcon is a little more mellow. And off he goes. After a brief distraction by a pigeon, he nails the lure. Then it's a fine dinner of local specialties in the desert. We're up early to catch the sunrise over the desert. The light is changing by the minute, changing the colors and shadows of the dunes. How could a photographer be any happier? Maybe a little more dune bashing on the way back to the hotel. The camel drivers wave goodbye. They must know that it's time for us to leave. We load up and head back on the long drive to Abu Dhabi City. We're back in the city just in time for lunch at the Yas Links Golf Course Clubhouse. Then it's off for a city tour. Abu Dhabi looks like any large modern city with steel and glass skyscrapers. But there are several eye-catching examples of over-the-top architectural statements. Here's a couple of interesting facts. 85% of Abu Dhabi residents are expatriates on a 2-year work visa, and only 4% of the Emirati work. We're driving along the very fashionable Corniche Road. There's a nice park on the water side and high-rise buildings with a great view on the other side. You wonder who's filling all these buildings. And yet you see more being built. Speaking of an architectural statement, this is our next stop, the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. This place is hard to photograph. It is so immense, and everywhere you look is something beautiful. From the marble floors inlaid with semi-precious stone, to the soaring minarets. The courtyard is flanked by colonnades with golden capitals. Vines of colored stone climb the marble walls. Then we go inside. The first thing you notice are the chandeliers. Then the size of the central prayer hall hits you. And finally, it's the exquisite details that you notice. Back outside, we take a closer look at the colonnade. This definitely makes the list of the most memorable sights. The moon has risen over the mosque, and the sun is setting when we get back to our hotel. We sample a few dates on the way to our room. We look over the balcony and see the cocktail party has already started. We're greeted with a war dance. Traditionally, swords were used in the war dance, but camel canes are the modern replacement, so we can enjoy our dinner without fear of losing our heads. After breakfast, we're back at the airport and on the plane. The crew greets us in local style.